Frustrations to the max for Arsenal fans after the 2-2 draw against Crystal Palace. VAR notwithstanding, Granit Xhaka is the centre of attention after he was subbed off. Gave the angry gesture, appeared to use an expletive, all of that. They were booing or they were cheering his substitution. He didn't like that, of course. You called him soft-centred last week.
Yeah, not changed.
They're planning talks with him, but is this the end of the road of the captaincy for him?
Well, just briefly, you mentioned VAR chopping off. You were relating to the goal that was chopped off at the end. VAR missed a clear double push by Lacazette on David Luiz's his goal, Arsenal's second. So it's kind of swung in roundabouts. The fact that video assistant referee can't see a clear push, so it's swung in roundabouts with him. As for him, I said it on the show over the last couple of days. He's lucky to be at Arsenal Football Club. Never mind captaining Arsenal Football Club. In my opinion, Ross, there is a plethora of players that Arsenal need to get rid of to clear out the dead wood. And although he's not been there as long as some of the others, I think Arsenal need to get him out. I don't think he's good enough to be in that position, very important middle of the park. He's a decent player, but I don't think he's good enough to get him back where he wants. And the fact that he's captain, he's been taken off in the last 2 games, kind of says it all. The fact that you're taking your captain off. I know Liverpool do it a little bit with Jordan Henderson, but listen, we're not comparing Liverpool and Jordan Henderson and Jurgen Klopp with where Arsenal are at the moment. So the fact that in times of need, you're taking a guy from the middle of the park who should be the strength of your team, you're taking him off, tells the story. For me, the captain at Arsenal, it's just an opinion, should be Sokratis. I think he's a guy who, makes the odd mistakes, but he has these, every time he plays, it's heart on the sleeve, does a job, great experience, he's a leader, and I think he is more of a captain of Arsenal Football Club than this guy.
Do you think that Unai Emery has learned his lesson? He said the actions were wrong, but he also wants to, let it settle down, and he wants to approach it in a professional way in terms of having it.
Well, Unai Emery's quickly oozing the aura of a guy who's not knowing what he's doing. This is a guy who was successful at Sevilla, had success at PSG, but then again, who doesn't? And this is a big job, huge job, and I understand that. However, stuff like, I'm naming 5 captains and they're going to decide and all that, it's just weak management. So we'll see. He's got the problem with him, he's got the problem with Ozil, he's got the problem with how do you balance Lacazette and Aubameyang, because they're 2 very good players. Aubameyang gets goals, then you have to stick him out on the left because Lacazette plays. So there's lots of issues there, the captaincy being one of them. This is just another headache. All this is another headache for Unai Emery that he could do without. He's putting the manager under pressure, he's put himself under pressure. Whether the fans like him or not is neither here nor there. These things happen, you've got to deal with that. Play better on the field, the fans will like you. It's quite simple, really.
Are they where they should be? In terms of he hasn't got the best out of them, or the squad isn't talented enough to...
Squad's not talented enough, he's not getting the best out of them. It's a bit of both worlds, 6 and 2 threes. Don't know what the best team is, don't know what the best shape is. Unbalanced squad as well, with all the attacking players. Mention Aubameyang, Lacazette, Ozil not getting a game, Ceballos, Saka, Pepe's in there. There's a whole host of these attacking players. But is there enough grit and determination and discipline? He hasn't got much of that. His discipline is shocking. It was in Germany. It's not much better in England, and his performances haven't been great either. I would be surprised if he's not stripped of the captaincy within the next week or 2.
OK, well, the fans are certainly calling for it. We'll see what develops in the coming few days. Keep it here at ESPN FC.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.